Hi, welcome to Tastefully Home. I'm Melissa.
And I'm Jen. And today we have a recipe that I have tried only once. I found it in a magazine and thought, oh, I need to try that recipe.
It's a neat idea.
It's just so simple, and it really was. I've done this recipe before, but a different way, and I can't believe how easy it is. It's called Easy to Stuff Manicotti. And I can't tell you how many times I've tried to stuff manicotti, you know, with the mixture, and you're shoving the spoon in, it's falling out the other end, and it's just a disaster. Well, when I saw Easy to Stuff, I thought, okay, I'm going to try this. And it really is easy, and it works, and it just was a great meal. So, as you know, we've got my husband and I and the two girls. It says it serves 6 to 8, but I would say it might even serve more than that, because it lasted a good 3 nights.
Okay.
So it's
depending on how much manicotti I suppose one eats in one sitting.
And doesn't, but I mean, my husband can eat pasta, so I thought, well, we'll see, but it did. It lasted a good 3 nights. So what you need is 1 package of the manicotti shells, and it's just an 8-ounce package. You need a pound of ground beef, and we have it kind of frying up here right now. Half a cup of onion, chopped up, and then just a jar of your spaghetti sauce. And then here's the trick. You need the string cheese, the individually wrapped mozzarella string cheese, and you put 1 of those in each manicotti shell. And then you just need some shredded mozz as well to go on top afterwards. So what we'll do is maybe get the noodles going, and I've got this kind of frying up. I'll turn this on maybe a little bit more. And Melissa, if you want to maybe start chopping the onion, I will start getting these.
You just want to see me cry.
I know. I cried when I made it a few weeks ago.
And my fingers will stink for the next week. So,
but I will get, the only finicky part of this is opening up all these little individual string cheese things. But I thought, if you didn't want to buy these, you probably could even buy just a block of the mozzarella and just slice it. That might be a little bit,
long
and
chunks.
probably would be cheaper because it's not expensive, but this stuff isn't cheap either.
Right.
You're paying for the individual packaging. So, and I wouldn't do too much onion there, Melissa.
Okay. And I'm assuming then, well, not assuming, but the spices that you would mix in the cheese, if you were doing manicotti the regular way, you get from the sauce. Okay.
Yeah, so it was kind of I didn't feel like I was missing out on anything.
No.
It was very cheesy. The kids loved it.
Okay.
What was nice too was Abby doesn't like the red sauce. She just doesn't like tomato sauce. So as I made it, and it was actually her suggestion, we had 3 or 4, the shells all stuffed. She said, don't put sauce on that. So I left a portion of it with no sauce on it, and it worked out perfect, just cheese. So you can kind of adjust it that way as well.
No, just the onions going in with that.
So I'd maybe even just cut just that much and chop it, and we'll get it in the meat. And again, it's a recipe that you could totally add your own little spices to if you have, certain ones that you really like to use, or you have a homemade spaghetti sauce that you use. It's definitely an easy recipe to.
Well, it's a good alternative to just plain old spaghetti. So.
Yep.
And now that we're coming into fall, even though we're being tricked a little bit this week, but it's that it's kind of a good pasta. It's a great comfort food.
It is. And again, it's a recipe that you can make ahead of time. You can freeze. I like those recipes.
Yes.
So they're easy to do. All right, we'll see. As you get that chopped up, you can maybe throw it in the meat here. The water's boiling, so I'm just going to get all of this manicotti in. I did find that if I didn't boil it all the way, left it a little al dente, it was easier to stuff.
Okay.
But because it is so easy to stuff, if you overcook them, not a problem.
Okay. So. Well, and I would imagine if, like you said, if it is a little al dente, when you put the sauce on it and you bake
it again,
it will,
not a problem.
Right. It's not like you'll have the hard pasta or anything like that.
Right. And then if you want to just kind of keep stirring that,
and this smells great.
And then once all the pink's gone, I'll get you the sauce. And if you just want to maybe add the sauce into there,
yeah.
do you think
I think that will work.
It'll go? Okay.
I guess we'll find out.
We will. It must, because that's how I made it.
Okay.
I added the sauce to it and mixed it up.
Did you say how much hamburger you have in here?
1 pound.
1 pound.
And it might actually even be more than a pound, because I usually buy the big family size and put it into bags myself.
Yep.
So it's probably more than a pound, but
just
Stacy likes hamburger, so.
Oh, yeah. I can see where Stacy would like this. The meat, pasta, cheese.
Yeah, I know.
What are we hitting?
I
think potato is the only food group of his that we don't have in there. Because I know he says meat, potatoes, cheese.
Yeah.
And it is a very filling, hearty meal. And I mean, you could basically serve this with a salad and maybe garlic bread, and that's all you would need, you know?
Yeah. And in all honesty, I think I might have put some raw vegetables out for myself and the girls, but when we have a pasta meal like that, he calls all that fluff. He just eats that.
Okay.
If we make lasagna, he just has lasagna. Forget the garlic toast. He said it just takes up room.
Wow. So I have to have one that has to have garlic toast with my Italian.
Yes, so do I. And I have vegetables because I want it kind of to be a well-balanced meal and whatnot. So, all right, and I've got the last of this cheese. The recipe did say, I think 14 pieces. I think that's probably what I said at the beginning. And I can't. Okay, yeah, it is 14. I think the original recipe said 18 pieces of cheese. And then when I made it, I realized there are only 14 pieces of 14 manicotti.
Okay.
So you only need 14 pieces of cheese. All right.
This would be, because it is easy, it would be great to have if you were having like a large number of guests over.
And you could double this.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Two pans, or I was even thinking, for the people that are working and whatnot, you can easily double this, throw one in the freezer for a busy night, and eat one, the night that you make it.
Right. Okay, well, drain the noodles, or the manicotti. And you said, Jen, that you do rinse them in cold water.
I do, just because it's easier to
work with them,
work with them sooner. Because you know my patience and all.
These are. Got a couple, of course, that have to stick to the bottom.
You get them out?
Yep. Okay, so they're ready to be stuffed now. Okay.
The first thing, Melissa, it does say, and I don't know why, but I didn't dare not, it did say a greased 9 by 13 pan, so I did grease it, but the sauce goes on the bottom, so there was no problem with noodles sticking, but I'll grease it just because the recipe said so, but I don't think it's, absolutely necessary. So if you want to maybe put half that sauce in the bottom of this, and I'll maybe just move that. Can you do it that way? Yep. And just
spread it out a little bit.
Spread it out. And then the other half will go on top. So you're kind of getting, the meat and tomato sauce on the bottom and the top, and then the manicotti will be in the middle. And I have preheated the oven to 350.
Okay.
Once this is done, you'll put it in the oven at 350 and let me see, about 25 to 30 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad.
So not bad, but I did feel the one Sunday I made it, you do all this work and then it goes into the oven for another 30 minutes. And I thought if I planned it better, I would probably do this ahead of time.
All right.
And have it in the fridge or wherever ready to go and not spend so much time. Okay, so now, we should probably,
we still have a hot burner.
Yep. And then you just take a manicotti shell and the cheese and you just slide it in. I'm just trying to think.
That's all you have to do?
That's all you do. And I think I put 7 across and 7.
Okay.
So they're kind of, they're in there pretty tight.
Okay.
But it didn't matter because the sauce went over top and hit them. So if you want to maybe do some of those.
And these are about perfect, I think, the pasta.
And I think the first time I really did, I don't want to say I overcooked them, but they were pretty soft.
Okay.
But because this was so easy, it didn't matter. Where I kept thinking if I was trying to spoon the stuffing in, it's so time consuming and whatnot.
And that is, mine always seem to rip and Well, this is very easy. I love the string cheese idea. I absolutely think that's great. And you said you put a little mozzarella on top then when
Yes.
you're okay.
We're going to bake it first, and then once it's done, you uncover it, and then you sprinkle the mozzarella cheese on top and bake it for another 5 minutes
Okay.
until the cheese melts. So right now we'll just.
It's like dealing with a fish.
Yeah. Oh, that one's torn, but I'm going to use it anyways
Okay.
because the cheese will hold it together. I'll just put it on the bottom.
And kids, like you said, I know your kids like this. Kids love pasta. And mine absolutely love it.
They
Okay,
really
do I
do.
have? Yeah, this is my last
Yeah,
one.
just kind of. I had spread them out and then thought, oh, I don't have room, and just had to kind of squish them in there.
Okay, so it's okay if they are
Yep.
squished in there.
And then we take the remaining sauce and put it on top.
Okay.
And just have to kind of spread that around a bit.
Okay.
And the noodles, even if you don't get it completely covered with the sauce, when you cover it, I didn't find the noodles got hard or
You didn't,
anything,
okay.
as long as they were covered. I did, because what did it say? 1 to 1.5 cups of the shredded matzo cheese.
On
I
top?
used the whole package.
Well, yeah, I think there's 2 cups in one of those,
Yeah.
pre-shredded
Yeah.
packages. So
So I just used the whole package and made sure I had the noodles very well covered at that
Okay.
point in time, and just waited for it to melt, and it was fine.
you said 350 for
350
roughly
for about-
25 to
yeah.
30 minutes. Okay.
And then an additional 5 minutes once you take.
You said you've only tried this once, so you've
Once.
never tried freezing it or
No, but
Okay.
I can't imagine. I mean, it can't be any different than a lasagna or anything
right,
else.
right, and how
Yeah.
oftentimes people will
And even
freeze
if you
that.
got it to this point, you could cover it and put it in the refrigerator until you were ready, tomorrow night or whatever. To throw it in.
Exactly.
Now, of course, your bake time might be a little bit more.
Okay.
Because everything's cooked. You
Right
just
now,
wanna
right, everything's
get it
warm.
heated through and make sure the cheese melts. So I'll grab maybe some tin foil and we can cover
Okay.
it up and get it in the oven.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
So you're just sealing it.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, and I would imagine if it is sealed well too, that will keep the noodles from drying out.
Drying out. Yeah. And I have at times sprayed the tin foil. I didn't this
Okay.
time, but I didn't find anything stuck because you don't have the cheese on
right,
top.
okay.
So, all right. If you want to open up that oven, I will slide this in. I was thinking too, even just the different kinds of cheeses out there. They've got just an array of string
Right.
cheese. You could even throw in a few different ones
You
and
could.
add different flavors just to
I
kind of
think that would be good.
make it a little bit different. So, yeah.
No, that would be, and well, like you said, it's very cheesy with the one string cheese in there, but I suppose if you wanted it really cheesy, you could add
do
a
few
couple,
more. Yeah, because
so.
there's definitely room.
Oh, yeah.
Ample room. But I'm just thinking it's just such a nice recipe because you can change it, so many different ways.
And very easy, which,
Yeah.
Noodles, the hamburger, and the cheese,
Yeah.
and that's basically the
And that's
extent
it.
of it, so.
And again, if you don't want the ground beef, you could just go with sauce as well.
Okay.
And you think
Vegetarian,
of the sauce, yeah,
sure.
the sauce aisle as well, how many different sauces they have available. I bet certain ones would.
Oh,
be good
well,
on
yeah,
top,
you
too.
can get some with chunks of pepperoni in them, or mushrooms if you like mushrooms. I, would love to add fresh mushrooms to it, of course. So.
Yeah. Or even just some of the cheesy sauces as well.
Oh,
you could kind of.
white sauce,
Yeah.
maybe the Alfredo would be
Yeah.
good. So, yeah.
There's all kinds of those. So when I saw that recipe and I saw the ingredients, I thought, oh, that's a perfect one for a family.
Oh,
You know?
definitely. And you said it says it feeds 6 to 8.
6 to 8 servings is
But
what it
there's,
says. But
with 14 of them in there.
there was quite a bit, yeah. I mean, the kids each only ate one. I don't even know if I ate maybe 1.5. So we had a good couple nights of leftovers.
Okay.
Which is great for lunches and whatever else.
Oh, yeah.
So you won't be cooking every night.
Because we do, right?
Yeah, that's right. No, I like recipes like this. I cook
Oh.
once and I don't have to cook again
right.
until Wednesday.
And now that I'm back at work too,
That's right.
especially, I like to take to have something to take to school the next day
yeah,
for lunch.
for lunch.
And, yeah.
Exactly. So
It'll be
it's a good
perfect.
recipe.
It'll be great, and I think that Stacy likes it. I'm sure Stevie likes it. So.
I'll send it home with you tonight.
Oh yeah. Okay, good. All right. Well, this has been Tastefully Home. I'm Melissa.